If people don't take you seriously, it's not because you're weak. It's not because you're unintelligent. It's because you are leaking power. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to stop. This is not motivation. This is not hype. This is Stoic psychology. This is how calm, emotionally disciplined people command respect without begging for it. This is how you speak with authority without being rude. This is how you become respected without chasing approval. Subscribe to Stoic Mindset Academy, where we build calm authority, emotional control, and unshakable self-mastery. Phrase 1. Why people don't take you seriously. Hard truth. Here is the uncomfortable truth. People don't disrespect you because they are bad. They disrespect you because you allow emotional access. You explain too much. You justify yourself. You react. You defend. You try to be understood. And every time you do, you lower your status. Stoicism teaches us a brutal lesson. The one who reacts loses power. The one who remains still controls the frame. When you rush to explain, you signal insecurity. When you get emotional, you signal instability. When you overtalk, you signal need. And humans are wired to respect certainty, not noise. This is why you get interrupted. You get talked over. Your boundaries are ignored. Your words carry no weight. People test you. People push you. Not because you are weak, but because you haven't learned emotional discipline. Phrase 2. The Stoic rule of authority. The Stoics understood something modern society forgot. Power is not loud. Power is controlled. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always own the option of having no opinion." That's not weakness. That is absolute dominance. Because when you don't react, people adjust to you. When you don't rush, people wait. When you don't explain, people lean in. This is the foundation of command respect, calm authority, stoic communication, emotional control, and self-mastery. And this brings us to the Phrase 3. I'm not available for that. That's it. No explanation, no justification, no emotion, no apology, just presence. I'm not available for that. This single sentence does what most people spend years trying to do. It sets boundaries. It commands respect. It shuts down manipulation. It stops disrespect. It raises your status. It forces recalibration. And here's why it works. Phrase 4. The psychology behind the phrase. When you say, "I'm not available for that," you are doing 3 powerful things. 1. You remove emotional access. You're not angry, you're not defensive, you're not reactive. You're closed. And humans respect closed energy. 2. You control the frame. You're not asking, you're not negotiating, you're stating. That is authority. 3. You trigger reassessment. The other person subconsciously thinks, "Did I overstep?" And they adjust. This is Stoic psychology in action. Phrase 5. Why this works better than arguing. Most people try to gain respect by explaining themselves, defending their position, raising their voice, proving their point, justifying their feelings. That never works. Why? Because respect is not given to emotion. Respect is given to control. The Stoics didn't argue. They didn't debate. They didn't convince. They withdrew. And withdrawal is power. When you remove yourself emotionally, you create a vacuum, and humans instinctively try to fill it. Phrase 6. Real-life scenarios. Let's apply this. Scenario 1. At work. Someone dumps extra work on you. Old you. I already have a lot, but I guess I can try. New you. I'm not available for that. Silence. They will either respect it or expose themselves. Either way, you win. Scenario 2. Disrespect in conversation. Someone talks down to you. Old you, why are you talking like that? New you, I'm not available for disrespect. No emotion, no heat, just boundary. Watch how fast the tone changes. Scenario 3, manipulation. Someone guilt trips you. Old you, I didn't mean it like that. New you, I'm not available for emotional pressure. That is calm dominance. Phrase 7. Why silence after the phrase is critical. Here's where most people fail. They say the phrase, then they keep talking. Don't. The power is in the pause. After you say, I'm not available for that, you stop. You look at them. You let the silence work. Silence is pressure. Silence is control. Silence is authority. The Stoics knew this. Modern people fear it. That's why modern people lack power.
Phrase 8. The Stoic law of respect. Here is a law you must understand. People do not respect what they can access emotionally. If someone can trigger you, rush you, guilt you, pressure you, manipulate you, they will. Not because they're evil, but because humans test boundaries, and boundaries define status. This is why calm people are respected, reactive people are used, quiet people are listened to, emotional people are ignored. This is not cruel, this is nature. Phrase 9. The identity shift. This video is not about a phrase, it's about identity. The identity of I do not react, I decide. When you adopt this identity, your posture changes, your tone changes, your energy changes, your presence changes, and people feel it before you even speak. This is Stoic mindset. This is self-mastery. This is emotional discipline. Phrase 10. Why people will test you after this. Important. When you start using this, some people will push harder, not because it failed, but because they're recalibrating. They're checking, is this real or temporary? Hold the line. The Stoics said, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Consistency creates identity. Identity creates respect. Phrase 11. The quiet power effect. Once you master this, you will notice people interrupt you less, people listen more, people explain themselves to you, people hesitate before testing you, people treat you differently. Not because you changed them, but because you changed access. And access is power. Phrase 12. Why this is Stoic, not aggressive. This is not alpha nonsense. This is not ego. This is not dominance games. This is emotional economy. You are choosing where your energy goes. That is Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. You are not matching energy. You are withdrawing it. That is mastery. Phrase 13. The inner shift, critical. If you say the phrase but inside you're shaking, it won't work. People feel incongruence. This must come from, I do not need your approval. That is real power. That is when people start taking you seriously. Not when you demand respect, but when you no longer require it. Phrase 14. How to practice this daily. Start small. Say no once a day without explanation. Hold silence in one conversation. Don't justify one decision. Let one awkward pause happen. This trains your nervous system. This builds emotional control, calm confidence, stoic presence, inner strength, and it compounds. Phrase 15. Why this changes everything. When people take you seriously, life becomes easier, conversations become cleaner, Boundaries become automatic. Respect becomes default. Not because you demanded it, but because you embodied it. This is the Stoic way. Phrase 16, the deeper truth. Here is the truth most people never learn. The one who needs less controls more. When you need validation, approval, understanding, agreement, you give away leverage. When you don't, you gain presence, and presence is authority. Phrase 17, final message, emotional close. You were not born to explain yourself. You were not born to beg for respect. You were not born to shrink in conversations. You were born to stand. Quietly, calmly, firmly. The Stoics were not loud men. They were unshakable men. Be one of them. Phrase 18, call to action, engagement trigger. If this message hit you, type calm in the comments. If you're ready to stop being ignored, type respect. If you're building unshakable mindset, subscribe to Stoic Mindset Academy. This is not motivation. This is a standard. Phrase 19, end with authority. Remember, you don't need to be louder. You don't need to be tougher. You don't need to be aggressive. You need to be controlled. And when you are, people take you seriously. Every time.